Alright guys, Bossman RCTV, and I'm back with another video. So I decided to come on out with the TRX4 today. This is my secondary battery, a 5200 milliamp hour Hoovu battery. And what's in there now is a 6000 milliamp hour Hoovu battery. And you guys already know the radio and receiver that I'm running with. This is a RadioLink RC6GS version 3. I think it's a 7 channel. So, furthermore, I did make a few changes to the TRX4. Right quick, since the body's off, I can show you this. And you guys might not like this. I know I don't, but I had to do what I had to do. So, I was running the stock tire that comes mounted on the body, but I had to take it off and I put a smaller size tire on here. And it's like, it's nothing really there. I got a tire in the rim with no foam. This is a smaller diameter tire, but it still gets the job done as far as scale purposes. And I also had to make a small cut into my body, which I'm not a huge fan of, but the cut was necessary so I can have clearance. Because what I did was I flipped my rear bumper mount upside down, which gave me, a better departure angle in the rear. So I'm gonna see how that works out. It's gonna be my first time actually testing that out. Out here on the trails. What other changes did I make? I think that was it. Oh no, how could I forget? So I actually went on ahead and I put on, you can't see in there, if you can see that orange strip, these are not the stock springs. I believe they are a tad bit softer. These are softer than stock springs. And I got them on front and rear. And I also rebuilt the shocks. At first, I put in Traxxas 50 weight shock fluid, and that was actually a sweet spot for me. So I went with some thicker shock fluid just to see, how everything will react. And I think I went a little too thick. I went with 70 weight, Traxxas 70 weight shock fluid, which I think it comes in like 900. I think it comes in like 900 weight. So the suspension is very slow. It's very, very stiff, especially with the softer springs. There's like no real bounce back. But I set that up on purpose because I wanted to see how it would actually perform, crawling. So I'm gonna give it a shot. If I don't like it, I always can go back and rebuild the shocks. It's not a big deal. But the suspension is very, very slow. I don't have the body on there right now, but you guys get an idea. You can see just how slow that rebound is compared to what I had before. And then it's less bounce back. The rear is a little more springier. These shocks are not up and down. They are at a slight angle forward. So it seems a bit looser in the rear. But again, that's still slower than what it was before. So I'm just looking for it being more planted. And you can tell it's really stiff. Look at this. Look at the shock. Turn it around. Look at that shock, right? I can compress it. All right. And then decompress it. And it just stays. So I know for a fact I went too thick on the shock fluid. I am going to rebuild these shocks and go to thinner shock fluid. But also I'm thinking that the O-rings in the bottom of the shock is maybe squeezing the shock shaft, because I tighten the bottom caps of these shocks. I tighten that all the way down, as tight as I can go. So I know that's putting a lot of pressure on those O-rings, those O-rings is putting a lot of pressure on that shock shaft. So that could be the issue there. I mean, it does move freely. Maybe I need to break them in. These are brand new shocks. So we're just gonna go ahead and run it and see how it handles. Like I said, that's a pretty fair drop. This is like a 12-pound RC with the battery in there. Alright guys, so we are in low gear. Diffs are locked now. And this suspension is really stiff. But it is giving me flex when it needs it. So I'm not gonna complain too much. I'm just gonna see what she got. Go ahead and try a different line on this one and just see what happens. Hopefully we don't roll over here, but I don't know. That's gonna roll. That's gonna roll. Oh. All right, let's try that again. Let's try the low side this time. All right, so I'm just walking along the trail and I seen this tree stump. And you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Let's try the hard side first. This is like the steepest side. You can actually see my rock lights changing colors. I didn't know I had it on that setting. We'll try and see if we can make this crawl. Wow, it actually made it, guys. See if we can finish it. It's not much to work with there, guys. That was a pretty amazing crawl. I gotta give it to it. Wow. Okay, so maybe this shock setup is actually better, because before, when I had the stiffer springs and the thinner shock fluid, my suspension would kind of bounce a lot. But it's a lot more stable, a lot more predictable. Wow. Wow. Okay. So this is actually working out very well. This TRX4 is barely, it's like 2 tires down. It's not even 3 tire contact. All right, we fell in a hole. Rock lights just changing colors. I'm gonna have to change that to a solid white. These tires is really just doing an amazing job, really. These tires is just really hooking up. This wood is wet. This truck is very well planted. All right, we're gonna move on to the next line. Alrighty, so I'm just walking along a trail, and I came across this. So, this is a TRX4 as it sits, and just to give you guys an idea of the angle and the incline that I'm going to be trying to do, just somewhat of an idea of what I'm going to be trying to do. I'm actually going to start the video once I climb on top of these rocks. These are all new lines to me. I'm just making them up as I go. So I actually took my RC and sat her right here just to see what'll happen. And here we go. See if we can handle this crawl. It's already sliding passenger. We need to get up over this ridge smoothly. We're sliding too much, we're going, and we're gonna fall over. All right, we're gonna retry that. All right, so here we go. We're gonna try that again. And we just don't have it, guys. Drag brake is doing this job, but that is very tipsy for me. I'm gonna go ahead and reset that again for the third time. I think it's proven to be not doable, but it could be because of my stiff suspension. Let's see. Let's try to go up from here. It's almost there. It's like it wants it so bad, but that happens. That did not sound good. Oh, look at that. My antenna is stuck in the ground. I'm really liking how these tires just continuously dig until they find traction. I started off not a huge fan of these tires just because how big they was, but they actually are some pretty good tires for GA compound. I mean, they're hooking up on everything. This is a 12-pound RC. And it just crawls like a dream. is a failure. Yeah, guys, this is a bunch of new lines for me, and I'm just testing my RC, and I'm just seeing what all we can do and what we can't do. So, having a bunch of fails. Let's see if we can get this departure without crashing. Try to land the passenger tire over on that rock and guide the driver tire down slowly. I think I'm off my mark. No, I'm actually right on it. Yeah, there it is. Got that hook up. Carry that driver right there. That was actually perfect. Let's see if we can make this turn.